Page 9, item listed 19. Value added tax bill 2025 at the consideration stage.
Do you have the copy?
No. What grocery? Your grocery. So, honorable members, I understand yesterday we got up to clause 68. 68. Yes. The chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker.
Hold on.
You have to move to the consideration stage, then you mention the process.
Yes. Masha, have you? No, I have mentioned. Okay, let me mention it again. Value added tax bill 2025 at the consideration stage. Yes, I mean, yes. So, honorable members, we will start from clause 68. Clause 68, Chairman.
Tax inclusive pricing.
Yes, any proposed amendment?
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Well. Honorable members, if there's no advertised amendment, then the question is, as many as are in favor that clause 68 stands part of the bill, say aye. Aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 68 is directed to stand part of the bill. We turn to clause 69.
Declaration of representative.
Chairman, is there any advertised amendment?
Mr. Speaker, there's no any advertised amendment.
Honorable members, clause 69 is before the House. The committee says there's no advertised amendment. I'll put the question, and the question is, as many as are in favor that clause 69 stands part of the bill, say aye. Aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 69 stands part of the bill. Clause 70.
Person acting in a representative capacity.
Yes, Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, there's no amendment.
Honorable members, from the committee, there's no amendment to clause 70. I'll then put the question, all those in favor that clause 70 stands part of the bill, say aye. Aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 70 stands part of the bill. Clause 71.
Regulations.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, from the committee, there's no advertised amendment for clause 71. And the question is, as many as are in favor that clause 71 stands part of the bill, say aye. Aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 71 stands part of the bill. Clause 72.
Interpretation.
Yes, Chairman.
There's no amendment.
Honorable members, from the committee, there is no advertised amendment. Yes, I can see the member for Asante Achem Central.
Mr. Speaker, I do not have anything specific, but to lump everything under interpretation, which is a lot, I would have thought that the chairman would go through them one after the other so that we make sure that everything is covered. But if he's satisfied beyond whatever doubt, then we may go ahead. But it's a lot. Lumping the interpretation clauses all together, I thought that is We can't overlook.
Chairman, did you hear the senior? He's been the senior legislator. So he's advocating or advising that even though he doesn't have any issue, but he will have thought that since it is so many sub-clauses, we could have taken them one by one. Anyway, let me hear.
Mr. Speaker, the chairman has been, the Honorable Anyumedu has been my long-standing chairman of the Constitutional League, and I served under him. And he knows that the practice is we consider the clauses one after the other. The interpretation clause is one clause, even though it may contain a lot of the terms and the terms of art that we want to define, but it's just one clause. So we cannot take them the terms as defined one after the other. That's the practice that we adopted in this house.
Very well.
If he has an issue with one of the interpretations contained in there, he can raise it. But once there's no issue, it has to be taken en bloc as one clause.
Yes, Honorable Habib.
Mr. Speaker, the chairman of the Forces of Darkness from the majority side. Mr. Speaker, the majority chief whip, that's your senior at the bar. So if you want to put something, we should do it in bulk. We agree and we move ahead. But stop speaking as if what you are saying is legal and what he's saying is not. He's 15 years more at the bar than you. You are just...
Well, thank you very much.
You are struggling 15 years or 16 years.
Yes, Honorable Deputy Minister for Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the chairman of the darkness of Forces of Darkness on the other side just wanted us to hear his voice. But, Mr. Speaker, we started a consideration yesterday. And even yesterday, because there are no amendments, we thought that those that were short could have been taken together, but we were told that strictly it must go one clause after the other. And so we believe, and the committee has done a good job already, so we believe that we are good to go. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. So, honorable members, the question is, as many as are in favor that clause 72 stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 72 stands part of the bill. Very well. So we turn to page 88 of the bill. That is clause 73.
Repeal and savings.
Yeah, Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, there's no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, from the committee, there is no advertised amendment. I'll then put the question. As many as are in favor that clause 73 stands part of the bill, say aye. Aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 73 stands part of the bill. Now, clause 74.
Transitional provisions.
Yes, Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, there's no amendment.
Honorable members, from the committee, there's no amendment or proposed amendment to clause 74. The question is, as many as are in favor that clause 74 stands part of the bill, say aye. Aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Clause 74 is directed to stand part of the bill. Clause 75.
Commencement.
Yes, Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
Yes, honorable members, cross 75, the chairman is saying there's no advertised amendment. I'll put the question, and question is all those in favor that cross 75 stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Cross 75 stands part of the bill. Which page? Page 9. Very well. So let's turn to the schedules. Chairman. So the schedule will start with first schedule.
Exam
Exempt-
supplies.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
Very well, honorable members, the first schedule, there's no advertised amendment. The question is all those in favor that the first schedule stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The first schedule stands part of the bill. The second schedule.
Zero rated supplies.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, there's no advertised amendment on the second schedule. The question is all those in favor that the second schedule stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The second schedule stands part of the bill. The third schedule.
Relief supplies.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, there's no advertised amendment on the third schedule. And the question is as many as are in favor that the third schedule stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The third schedule is directed to stand part of the bill. The fourth schedule.
Tax credit note and tax debit note.
Yes, Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, there's no proposed amendment according to the committee. So the question is, as many as are in favor that the fourth schedule stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The fourth schedule stands part of the bill. Final, the fifth schedule, Chairman.
Apportionment of input tax.
Yes, Chairman.
Mr. Speaker, there is no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, there's no advertised amendment for the fifth schedule. So all those in favor that the fifth schedule stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The fifth schedule is directed to stand part of the bill. Chairman, now the long title.
An act to revise and consolidate the law relating to the imposition of the value-added tax and to provide for related matters.
Chairman, is there any?
Mr. Speaker, we are good to go. There is no advertised amendment.
Honorable members, the long title of the bill, according to the chairman, is that we are free to go. There's no advertised amendment. So the question is, as many as are in favor that the long title stands part of the bill, say aye. All those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The long title is directed to stand part of the bill. We now come to the end of the consideration. Yes.
Speaker, the indication is that we want to take motion number 20 immediately. That's the third reading. Thank you.
Yes.
Speaker, clearly the finance minister is not here. So we want to seek your leave and with the support from the vice chairman of the forces of darkness on the other side to allow the deputy finance minister to do this on our behalf. Thank you very much.
Honorable Gunde, take some of this thing lightly. I mean, well, that is true. That is true. That is true. So, records, please expunge those words, please. I think that is right. We don't have to have this thing.
Mr. Speaker, where was Ogunde when my brother referred to me as the chairman of the forces of darkness?
The directive is that all those words be expunged.
Mr. Speaker, but
including the one which was said to you.
No, but Mr. Speaker, that is the cliche for the whips. It's not unparliamentary. It's actually a parliamentary term for the whips. So when Habib said so, he said so in context. I didn't take any offense. And we refer to each other convivially so.
Well,
it's a convivial term that we use, so it's fine.
well, the directive has already been given. Records, please, let's take them out. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, as much as we don't have any problem with motion number 20 being moved, except that the majority chief whip did not tell us the whereabouts the minister and why the deputy minister need to do so. Mr. Speaker, the minister is imposing taxes and he's going to collect money from people. And why is it that he's not in the chamber, then he wants his deputy to move it? So you must give better explanation as to the whereabouts of the minister when he wants to put burden on Ghanaians. We will not allow the deputy minister to do it.
Mr. Speaker, the Constitution defines a deputy minister as Minister of State. The Constitution defines a deputy minister as Minister of State. My brother knows that originally, the leaders were to have concluded the debate this afternoon. So the finance minister has been preparing to come and give his concluding remarks when they do so. But because of the change in time, he had to adjust some other meetings. So he will be here. He's a member, he's been a leader of this house. And he's a member of the house. So far, the businesses have been ably conducted by his deputy. I don't think it's a problem. Habib just want to be... I fear to use the term because he will litigate it further. So he should permit the deputy to take this one on his behalf. I thank you. And we welcome the minority leader. Minority leader, you are welcome.
Yes, Honorable Deputy Minister. The leave is granted.
Mr. Speaker, the majority chief whip is of the view that the deputy minister is a minister of state. Mr. Speaker, check the order paper today. It says Minister for Finance. It does not say a deputy minister for finance. So if you are making an application for us to agree, do so, but don't say it's within your rights.
Well. So, Deputy Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we agreed that we allow the clause by clause. I want to act by what we've all agreed upon. Mr. Speaker, let have the 48-hour rule and then do the third reading. We cannot be doing this to ourselves. Please, honorable colleagues, we've not even closed the debate. There's no rush. Take it easy. Please. You have today.
Honorable Leader, I'm not cutting you short, but the motion that we are taking is not the value added tax which has just
no,
been.
Mr. Speaker, I'm reminding them. It's something that was just whispered to me. That's why I'm letting him know that he shouldn't contemplate. He shouldn't contemplate it, because that's not the understanding we have. Please, the way you guys every now and then, certificate of agency, no scrutiny. Certificate of agency, no scrutiny. It has serious implications.
Leader.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Do I have the pressure of you that normally financial bills are always taken under the
Mr. Speaker, I know, but I am aware, I've seen it. But it does not take away the obligation on us under Order 104. Mr. Speaker, it does not take Mr. Speaker, it does not take away the provisions in Order 104. If the certificate of agency rule is being invoked, what is triggering that? We are considering the budget, Mr. Speaker. The minister has come and said, oh, we should run this through. We said, okay. At least we finished all the clauses. We are still debating the budget, the economic policy. It's not as if we are done with the approval of the economic policy and then estimates are done and there's a need to quickly deal with it. No, Mr. Speaker, we should invoke that rule sparingly. Sparingly. No. If you move it, look, Mr. Speaker, let me read Order 104. It's here. Read it. Read the 104. But you said you are challenging me. Read it. I have said it. I don't need to read. I've said it. The content is there. Read it. Read it. No, but if you are challenging what I've just said, you should read it to rebut. You cannot move that motion today for third reading. You cannot have third reading today. You can't, Mr. Speaker, we must not encourage it. You are the presiding officer. You are the presiding officer, Mr. Speaker. We are doing budget debate on budget, the policy. We have not even gone to the estimate. Mr. Speaker, why would we have to rush? Why would we have to rush to say we should take third reading today? We should suspend the orders and take third reading. It's because it's a financial bill. That is why we have run it through. That is why the winnowing was not done. So why do we have to rush it?
Speaker, the minority leader, I know him very well because in my formative years he taught me a couple of things. He's just filibustering. The rule that he cited and refused to and failed to read doesn't support the position he's canvassing. It does not. It does not. It does not. So nothing stops this house from taking motion number 20. But yes, I agree that these things we build consensus. We don't litigate everything. So if it thinks that we have other businesses to consider, so we should take this later in the day or tomorrow, it should say so. But you shouldn't, because he sat here when he was here just a year ago, Mr. Speaker. The kinds of instruments that we took under certificate of agency during an election year, he was here. This was his seat, and we supported him. So he left this seat not barely a year ago. So
Honorable, just reach out.
Yes.
Yes, so let's hold on with this and reach out, please.
I will engage him.
Just reach out
and then we can agree on when
let's
to
hold on
take
with this and reach out.
But you should stop intimidating me because he cannot. We are building consensus. Mr. Speaker, I thank you.
Mr. Speaker, Order 1041 provides, except as provided in Rule 2 of this order, a motion shall not be debated until at least 2 sitting days have elapsed after the notice is given. Wait, I'm not done. I am not done. Why do you invoke 104? You said that except when you are supposed to move a motion, when there is a motion before the House, it takes 48 hours after it's been laid. Is that not the rule? Don't you come for a waiver under certain conditions that it is urgent to waive that 48-hour rule? Third reading requires at least 48 hours. True or false? True or false? Mr. Speaker, he has already considered that he will defer. He won't take his motion 20. He says we should engage. I will avail myself.
Yes, please, just engage.
Speaker, let the record reflect that this is a procedural motion.
Honorable
This is not a substantive motion. This is a procedural motion.
My orders is to engage.
So, Speaker,
please engage. Leadership.
Yes, we will engage.
Let's move on.
So, Mr. Speaker, now we can come back to the commentary on the budget. We'll take the person on this side.
Yes.
Now we'll just do the engage.
Yes.
Speaker, we will go back to motion number 8A and take one more, and then we'll come back to the instrument, and then we'll come back to
take 2 here, 1 here.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. But we'll leave the formulas on your hands.
So, Honorable Deputy Leader, are you ready? Are you ready to take your today?
Mr. Speaker, since you are going to do 2 on this side, 1 on this side, if we go to Honorable Ida, and then from that side, then our able Deputy Leader will have her 30 minutes to expose some of the wrongs in the budget.
Yes. Honorable Ida Ajua Asiedu. It appears she's not ready for the commentary. Are you ready for the commentary? Okay, let's hear you. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity given me to participate in the debate of the 2026 budget statement and the economic policy by the President. Mr. Speaker, my focus today is one of that and Mr. Speaker, my focus today is one pillar that underlies true transformation, that is human rights allocation. These are not mere line items, they are the lifeblood of our democracy, enshrined in Article 12 to 33 of our 1992 Constitution. The African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Mr. Speaker, the NPP has long championed gender equity for our affirmative action bill that laid the groundwork for women's leadership to our investment in action, skills, and financial inclusion that empower rural women in constituencies like mine. Yet, this budget, Mr. Speaker, while claiming a gender-responsive mantle, reveals a pattern of a modest increment that falls short of transformation action. Mr. Speaker, this is not surprising. Because while President Mahama promised 30% appointment to women during his campaign, he is currently falling short at that only 23.21%. In his maiden statement of the nation's address in February this year, Mr. Speaker, President John Dramani Mahama again promised to establish the Women's Development Bank as part of his 120 days social contract to empower women economically by providing low-interest loans and for women-owned small enterprises. Mr. Speaker, the 2025 budget promised and out of poverty. Mr. Speaker, the allocation remains stagnant at 292.4 million Ghana cedis, unchanged from 2025. Mr. Speaker, in 2025, this funding was used to distribute sanitary pads to 1.6 million girls in basic school. Mr. Speaker, our girls deserve better, more than recycling fund.
That's right.
The 2026 allocation should be scaled up and the policy extended to cover our girls at the secondary school level to eradicate period poverty nationwide. Mr. Speaker, let's now turn the attention of this House to the most shameful line item in this entire budget, the Domestic Violence Fund. This government has increased the allocation from a pathetic 337,500,000 to 1 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, in 2026, a 196 increase. On paper, it looks progress. In reality, it is an insult wrapped in statistics. An insult to every woman who has been beaten, raped, acid burned, psychologically tortured, economically starved, or killed in their own homes. Whoa. Mr. Speaker, 1 million cedis for whole country. 1 million cedis when those who alone recorded 14,000 plus domestic violence cases in 2024. And the trend is rising. 1 million cedis when single 30-bed shelter cost between 8 to 12 million Ghana cedis. To build at least 4 million a year, to build at least, Mr. Speaker, and at least maintain 1 million, yet run properly with trained staffs, security counseling, and medical care. Mr. Speaker, do the mathematics with me. 1 million Ghana cedis divided by 14,000.
Listen.
Mr. Speaker, do the mathematics with me. 1 million Ghana cedis divided by 14,000 reported cases. It will give you 71 Ghana cedis per victim. Mr. Speaker, 71 Ghana cedis to cover emergency medical bills, temporary shelter, transport, legal aid, trauma counseling, and and child support. 71 cedis to tell a woman whose jaw has been broken that the government values a life less than a bag of cement. Mr. Speaker, let us be clear. Reported cases only are the tip of the iceberg. 2023, Ghana Statistical Service data showed 71% sexual violence survivors never report. The real number is probably above 50,000 serious cases per year. Mr. Speaker, that brings the value this government has placed on each battered woman down to 20 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
It's less than Gary Olonka. Mr. Speaker, this is not funding. This is not funding. This is a performance cruelty dressed in a compassion. We in the super minority call for a ring-fenced 50 million annual domestic violence and a victim support fund, enough for 10 fully equipped shelters.
That's right.
A nationwide 24-hour toll-free crisis line with real follow-up. Specialized courts.
We give solutions.
Specialized courts.
That's right.
Victim rehabilitation programs, nationwide public education,
That's right.
and a proper gender-based violence data system. Mr. Speaker, this 1 million Ghana cedis is not a prioritization.
That's right.
When little girls at North are being married off, brutalized, when university students are being raped at campuses, when market women are being beaten for disagreeing with their husbands, and the national response is 1 million. By this, we are telling the perpetrators to go on because the nation or the state will look somewhere. This is not a budget item. This is not a budget item, and it should not be accepted.
That's right.
We demand an upward adjustment in increased directive victim support. Provided shelters, specialized prosecutions units, and public education. Anything less is a betrayal of our mother, sisters, daughters, and to our own mother Ghana.
Thank you. Honorable members, it is now the turn of Simon and Pabin Chireme. Honorable member, you respectfully have 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for indulging me and giving me the opportunity to contribute to the budget statement and the economic policy of government. "11 months under his leadership. I am so much impressed. Mr. Speaker, some of us had a lot of belief, confidence, and trust in him to deliver and to clean the mess of the MPP Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. However, Mr. Speaker, the rate at which, the speed at which His Excellency is doing it, the speed of light with which he is cleaning the mess is so admirable. Mr. Speaker, let me also thank the Finance Minister, Dr. Kesela Toforsen, for the wonderful presentation on the 13th day of November 2026, pursuant to Article 79 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, at least, for now we have a Finance Minister who will not only come here to arouse our emotions about the problem that surrounds us and give rhetorics in theory, but now we have a PhD holder who links academic knowledge in theory to national development in practice. Who links academic knowledge in theory to national development in practice. And today we are feeling the PhD. Indeed, Ato, you are forcing. Mr. Speaker, there is one thing that is so dear to the heart of every Ghanaian, irrespective of wherever you find yourself, being a teacher, being a farmer, whoever. And that is the rate at which price of goods and services increase. We're in this country, when my colleagues at the other side had the opportunity, full 90 minutes on the park, could not even score one goal. With extra time, thank you. Increased inflation under their watch to over 54%. At the end of year inflation at 23%. Just in 10 months, Mr. Speaker, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, has reverted to a single digit, 8%. And my colleagues at the other side is saying what? Mr. Speaker, we're in this country when we're leaving power in 2016. We handed over the CD 1 to 4. Just in 8 years, Mr. Speaker, they took it to 1 to 16. And today, it is at 1 to 11. And my colleagues at the other side is saying what? The people who are in the market, the business community, are happy. Because hitherto, a businessman who will require about $100,000 to do import will have to organize at least 1.6 billion old cedis. But today, the same investor or importer will require just about 1.1 billion old cedis with a savings of about 50,000. And you said the business people are not happy? What are you talking about?
They are happy.
Mr. Speaker, we are in this country. Sometimes I listen to, for the past 1 week, I've been listening to my colleagues in amusement. And I wonder how they were arguing, the level of confidence they had in argument. It's so surprising. We were in this country when over 400 million Ghana cedis was used to dig just a hole in the name of a cathedral. And you are talking about employment. Do you have an idea? Do you have an idea, Mr. Speaker, what that money could have translated into job creation for the young people of this country? And you sit here to say what? We're in this country when we're recording 1 week, one scandal. You think we have forgotten? Fuel price. You took it to about 16 Ghana cedi per liter today. Today, in spite of everything, we still have it at 11 Ghana cedis per liter. And when I'm going to my constituency, Mr. Speaker, when we came initially, I was buying about 2,005 in and out from here to Breku, my constituency. But as we speak, just about 1,800 could take me to Brekum and back to Accra. And you think I am not happy? You think the drivers are not happy? You think the passengers are not happy? And you are saying what? We are in this country when, since Ghana became Ghana, up to President Akufo-Addo, Ghana had a debt of 122 billion. Just in 8 years, you took it to 726 billion. Even when you said you were doing better, you left us a debt to GDP by close of year 2024 about 61%. Just in 10 months, Mr. Speaker, just in 10 months. The nation builder, John Dramani Mahama, has dropped it down to 45%. And even going down. We are so much optimistic, so much happy. And we believe that this country can only get better under the tenure of John Dramani Mahama. We are very optimistic about that. Mr. Speaker, we're in this country when our colleagues, yes, we're here, when they came to Parliament, told that we have constructed about 11,000 kilometers. In fact, I don't know where those roads were. But as we speak, there is a single investment of an expressway to be constructed from Accra to Kumasi. And some of us who use that road, Mr. Speaker, it is, since Ghana became Ghana, it is the only expressway from Accra to Kumasi, a modern 6-lane bi-directional expressway. And this alone is going to create about 490,000 jobs. And you say you don't like this. What do you want? Mr. Speaker, some of us who are on this lane, I have always been praying that we will get a visionary leader who will not only come and spend our money anyhow, but will invest into the roads and the infrastructure of this country. And anybody in this country who will be forthright and honest will attest to the fact that when it comes to infrastructure, John Dramani Mahama has no classmate.
King of infrastructure.
I wasn't there for surprise. Yes, I wasn't there for surprise. When the nation builder, through Dr. Kesela Tuforsen, presented in the budget the big push.
Yes.
As we speak, our region have gotten a fair share. And I believe your region have also gotten.
Yes.
So you have nothing than to applaud the president for such a wonderful job. And when we are able to finish the expressway, at least some of us who trot back to our constituents every weekend would only use 2 hours from Kumasi to Accra. My brother Umpewe, if you don't want this, to it. If you don't like this, what do you want? Mr. Speaker, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, is doing so well. And when you take your time to read this budget, paragraph by paragraph, you have no option than to say a prayer for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to implement at least 60 to 70% of all that we have in this budget. And Ghana will be a good place for all of us to live. In terms of jobs, a very clear, categorical policies and avenues to create jobs has been provided. So, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, when I listen to my colleagues at the other side, I become so surprised about the level of confidence. We're in this country when Ghanaians showed you.
Thank you. It is now the turn.
Underperformed. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity.
It is now. Yesterday we listened to the deputy majority leader, and today we are going to listen to the deputy minority leader. So, Ma, you have 30 minutes. 30 minutes. If it is
Thank
too much
you
for you,
very
you
much.
can lend me some.
Thank you. Thank you. I know my friends from the other side are going to listen attentively for what I have to say on the budget. Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for this opportunity for me to comment on the budget authorized by His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama and presented by our Honorable Finance Minister Kese Ato Ba-Forson. Mr. Speaker, since we started this commentary, I have been quietly sitting, listening to all the commentaries that are coming on the floor of this House. And Mr. Speaker, my impression about the commentaries coming from the opposite side of the aisle, that is our majority side of the House, is one of lamentation. I was really surprised when a contributor yesterday mentioned that we have to create a lamentation book. It is very interesting in the sense that from day one when the budget was delivered or presented, we didn't have any other comment but to let you know that the entire budget is full of lamentations. Issues that have long passed. Issues that have long passed. Government has come, another government has gone, a new government is in place. 1 year full down the line, a budget has been drawn, and we are doing another budget. What are we experiencing? The contributions that are coming from our other side is only full of lamentation of what has long gone. You have taken the mantle. What we expect from you is to fix everything that you think is right. What are we talking about? Yesterday, I was very happy when an honorable also contributed and mentioned that your first year was a correcting year. For me, it is an admonition that you have realized that you didn't do anything concerning your policies. Nothing. You didn't deliver anything in your first year, and you are expecting that in your second year, something good will come out of it. So it now brings us back to the 2026 budget. Mr. Speaker, I find it deeply concerned that earlier contributions that we have listened to have ignored totally the issue about gender. If I'm talking about gender, I'm not only concentrating on both sides, the men, male and female. My concern is about the female aspect of gender budgeting. It is interesting that at a time when our nation speaks boldly of, or the government speaks boldly of resetting for growth, job, and economic transformation, I see no solid foundation to support this ambition. What am I saying that? You have all manner of projects which you believe is going to create jobs. but there's no gender aggregation of how you are going to do those projects. How can you then rise up and say that our budget is gender sensitive? I will give you a typical example. A typical example of what I mean by evidence-based budgeting is when you wanted to, in 2025, to undertake the issue of sanitary pad to encourage more girls to go to school. You were able to identify 1.3 million girls that will be distributing sanitary pad to. It is specific, and what we need to interrogate now is whether you were able to even service those 1.3 million people. But I'm happy to note that instead of accounting for that number, the only mention of the sanitary pad in the budget is that 6.6 million packets of sanitary pad has been purchased. What has been the impact? What has been the impact? Were you able to distribute to 1.3 million girls? One of the other issues I want to raise in concerning this particular provision is that there is a mention that this time around you are going to add on to the senior high secondary school girls. But the 1.3 included them. So what is the position now? And that is the question I raised. Were you able to supply the 1.3? I see that it has been conveniently avoided, but you are accountable to us in this house to ensure that what we said is working. Honorable Speaker, there's another issue about this sanitary
Honorable
pad.
Deputy Minister, respectfully, we've set the grounds rules. I will, afterwards, you get the opportunity. If there's something that you think needs to be corrected, you get the opportunity. So, Honorable Deputy Leader.
Mr. Speaker, in the 2026 budget, the only mention of a figure is the 6.6 million. And I have also taken note that the same budgetary allocation that was given in 2025 has been repeated in the 2026 budget. What are we trying to say? Once you've mentioned that you are now going to add the free senior high education, how are we to digress this? What is at stake? Is there the need for funding a balance that you need to introduce before you can add on the SHS students? Or we take it that what has been reported to be 6.6 million, for which cost was 292.4 cedis, is the absolute that can cater for all the girls in both basic and senior high secondary school. Another issue about the sanitary pad is that, Mr. Speaker, I want to let you know that when the issue of pricing was raised on this floor, I couldn't really understand what the issues were. So I had to go to the market myself to go and find out What are the prices? We are looking at a pack of 12, and if I do my mathematics well, it still gives me the figure of 45 cedis per pack. I want the minister to be confirming. This is a pack of 12. Can this pack of 12 be sold out at 45 cedis? This is the copy, one of the sanitary pads that were distributed. That is another one. And they all portray different prices far below the 45,000 that we are talking about. So there are different types of sanitary pads and all below the figure of 20 cedis. So as I indicated, we couldn't really get the import of what has been reported to us, that 292.4 million cedis have been spent on 6.6 million sanitary packs. Honorable, I think in our submission, I also heard about a comment that we in the minority side are not in favor of the distribution of the sanitary pad. That is totally incorrect. I want to state it here and now that we all advocated for the distribution of the sanitary pad. But my only concern here, another concern, is the fact that when school was reopening for the new semester, in addition to the prospectus that was given to the senior high education, senior high schools, contained the supply, the need for parents to buy those sanitary pads to cater for them. Honorable members, we are here to support a worthy cause. And we believe that it is important that if we want to implement this program well, it is for the good of the people of this country. We are all representatives of the people in Ghana. And I would like to implore on each one of us that the implementation of the sanitary pad must be done and done well. Honorable, one other issue about the gender is women are about 52% of our population. And we have it on record. Yet the budget fails to reflect any meaningful gender-sensitive analysis. It is important that all the programs that were mentioned and all the programs that you are promoting out there, I repeat, that must be Leader.
Honorable members, leader, respectfully, we set the grounds rule. I've already indicated to him that I'm not allowing that. So after the leader has spoken, then we will find a way. If there's any correction, then, but just interjecting, no, I wouldn't allow that. So, honorable leader, just go on. Honorable Deputy Minority Leader. Who?
Mr. Speaker, there was a contribution from our side of the House. It was not to discourage the program, but the suggestion was to seek the possibility of manufacturing these sanitary pads, whereby the government could introduce on a regional basis an industry looking at the large sums of money that is going to be applied to it. We can be introduced on a regional basis and create more jobs, which will be very obvious to everybody, the job creation that you are talking about. Many of the initiatives mentioned sound good on paper, Mr. Speaker, but they are not evidence-based. I do not see anywhere in the 2026 budget a clear articulation of how the programs would directly impact the lives of the women that I've been advocating for. If this House is to approve this program, then we insist on specificity. The budget must provide the actual numbers. How many women are going to benefit from all these programs? Mr. Speaker, you will agree with me. You will agree with me that if we want economic growth, women cannot be left out of it. And there should be a conscious effort and a deliberate effort to ensure that whatever programs we are churning out there, women will be the major beneficiaries of those programs. Mr. Speaker, I cannot simply allow programs to be listed without evidence. The clarity of numbers and gender disaggregation data must guide how we project growth and how we evaluate its effect on women. Mr. Speaker, there is a clear failure by this government to neglect the gender budgeting, and it is egregious. And it's violating the CEDA commitments and the NDC's commitment to achieve 30% women representation target by 2026. How many cabinet ministers do we have? And how many are women? How many are appointees? Honorable Speaker, it is interesting to note that Ghanaians have had high expectations of we politicians, especially the NDC, having come out to appoint a first woman vice president. It was everybody's expectation that by now we should have started implementing the Affirmative Action Gender Equity Act. Mr. Speaker, if I look at page 1 of the bills, item 4, among the bills that have to be presented, what am I seeing? There is a clear evidence or absence of the regulatory framework that will be required to implement the Affirmative Gender Equity Act. What has happened to it? 1 year down the line, we don't know where we are going. It is the expectation of Ghanaians, because you have shown the light and we were expecting that you are definitely going to do something about it. We need to ensure that whatever you promise does not become a failure. It was noted in the 2025 budget that 50 million have been assigned for the Women's World Banking. 51 million. Now we are adding on 401. What has it been? What we need to know is that, was the money disbursed? What are we going to do to implement? Because we don't have any guidelines as to how to implement those monies. They have actually been allocated, but without any guidelines for its implementation. Honorable members, you will remember that you know that there are so many programs, policies that can be, when mentioned, that can be described as good policies. But the implementation alone can turn it into a bad policy. So I don't see why you should be up and hailing and clapping because of programs that don't even have the basis for implementation. There is a modern budget must present a gender-tagged results framework, beneficiaries, expected outcomes, regional targeting, and indicators. This budget does not meet that. Ghana cannot claim to be serious about inclusiveness of women's economic participation. That appears only as a paragraph in a long document. Honorable Speaker, it is important for us to know that as we stand here and present our budget, let us turn to the matter that affects the dignity of education and well-being of millions of girls. The free sanitary pad. I'm emphasizing again. It is a program that must be done and done well. So, what I expect from you is to come up with clear guidelines, clear figures. I want us to invite the ministry here to give us a good account of what has been done for us by the expenditure of 292 million cedis. And if 292 was not enough in the 2025 budget, why is the same amount being allocated? Mr. Speaker, I'd like to plead with you that we have to take note of that, and that answer must be solicited from the implementers of that program. Is the government planning to cut the program? Or were the earlier figures inflated to justify excessive expenditure? Mr. Speaker, I am moving on to where the amount of the 452 million cedis from last year 2025 to this year to next year 2026. I want to ask, if the private sector is leading the initiative, what is the 110 million doing? I'm talking about the 24-hour economy. Which sectors does it target? Who are the expected beneficiaries? Is it for the private sector? Then I go straight to unemployment. Mr. Speaker, recent reports indicate that 70,000 trained nurses, midwives, laboratory technicians, and other health professionals remain unemployed after completing state-regulated training. Yesterday, the minister was around to inform us that he's only going to employ 15,000 people. What is going to happen to our nurses? I intend to bring it to your attention that we were here when a contributor mentioned that you are building chip compound on every district, metropolitan or municipal assembly, and ultimately you are going to have 276 chip compound. Who are the staff that are going to be engaged to do that? Because currently, at a time when the CHIPS compound are understaffed, district hospitals are operating below capacity. And then let us also look at the issue of allocated billions to flashy promises and politically convenient programs. Then surely we can space